Well, hey everybody, welcome to season 3 of Quote the Raven. Nope, not on the boat. So I didn't have videos this winter because I spent this winter as the director of the ski patrol for a small mountain in western Massachusetts called Bosque Mountain. It's been great, but mostly when it comes to sailing, it's been dreaming. So here I am in the last couple of weeks of ski season. I've ordered all kinds of project materials, paints, and epoxy, and we're going to get right to working on the boat in the next couple of weeks. So stick with us. We got some good guests this year. I'm very excited to get Raven back in the water. So we'll see y'all real soon. Thank you. Well, good day, everybody. It's early April. In New England here, we have two seasons. We have ski season and we have boating season. This winter, I spent the whole year as the ski patrol director of Bosque Mountain in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Got in about 70 days of skiing. And I could take a week off and rest my body, but I'm too anxious to get back to Raven, start getting some projects done. So here's the port side with pinstriping that's kind of falling apart. If I close up here, you'll kind of see how it's all kind of tearing. Although the cover's still on, using this kind of rubber wheel here to take off the pinstripe. So already I'm liking it better without that pinstripe. So some of the projects we're going to be doing is a little more anti-foul around the leading edge, around the water line. We're gonna repaint the hull, the top side, which is not something that I had planned to do even last year. But I did it. It came out better, but I made some mistakes, and I'm gonna fix those. I'm gonna put the name back on because I got new lettering. Well, this has been a year in the waiting. When we painted the boat last year, the coat did not cure enough to put the name on. So right now, before we splash here, in the first week of June of 2023, Raven's name is going back on. The internal, we got some more things to do. I don't know how far I'm going to get. I'd like to replace the wood on the electrical panel so everything fits now that I've bought new parts and took old parts out. All right, well, my buddy Mike redid my electrical box, and now it's time to start mounting things on it. One of the issues that we've had at the marina is that things are starting to get silted in, and so this year is going to determine whether I can stay at that marina or not, if I keep grounding myself. I have to move the depth sounder because I'm not getting accurate readings, and I had a really cool project. Hopefully I'll get to show you that really soon, that somebody's doing for me, one of my ski patrollers who has a 3D printer. Well, because the dead rise on this boat is so steep, my buddy Mitch, who's a ski patroller I work with, and has all cool kinds of toys, CNC machines and 3D printers, made me this angle block, and it's a 30-degree angle, plus the hole is angled. And then this is from the depth sounder, and I'm waiting for that to cure so I should get a nice level shot right down to the bottom. So I want to thank Mitch. My link to his website is in the description. I am setting up the solar panel to power the battery chargers, right? Just to keep the batteries charged, because that's all I really need. And so we got some projects. My office at home is just filled with boxes, which is always fun. And ski patrol is kind of like boat money, right? I work for ski patrol, make some money, goes right into the boat. And so it's been a good winter in that terms. So here we are on the starboard side. Here's this little bench here, and you can see that this is loose, and so it has to all be cleaned out and glassed in or epoxied in. Thinking I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this just yet. Got some broken pieces here. Let's just clean it up to start. Breaking out one of the new toys. It's a finger sander. We're going to see how it works, but with two hands. And what I did was I put in some, I separated a little bit, put some thickened epoxy in, and then used those to wedge it in place. Once that was done, I put on I put a layer of fiberglass and then some peel ply. Let's take a see what it looks like. All right, that's not going anywhere. That's pretty solid. So a little sanding, a little fairing, a little painting. It'll look pretty good. Blue and yellow make green. Keep mixing. Good morning, everybody. You know what they say, when life gives you lemons, paint your deck. It's been a bit of a crazy spring at the marina. The way they put my boat in, on the hard, it's making it difficult to get out until a bunch of other boats are out. They don't want to move my boat prematurely. I need them to move my boat so I can do some work on it without. Right now it's parked under a tree, and you can imagine who's living in the tree and what they do on my deck. So I decided to do a bunch more work on the boat than I planned to do. So we did the electrical panel. We rebuilt that. We went from shore power to solar. We put in a solar charge controller. We are sanding down all the tow rails and have decided to go with teak oil. Pulled all the hardware off the deck, and we're going to go with, we're going to repaint the deck. We're going to remove the third winch, which never gets used, and possibly put in either some rope clutch or cam cleats, something so people who are sailing with me don't have to know how to tie a cleat hitch to start. So there's a lot of work that we're doing. We're painting the bottom. We pulled the Genoa tracks off because we never used the Genoa. We filled the hole in the back deck, aft deck, sorry. Well, it's a cold April day. And of course they didn't get the cover on in a timely manner, so there's bird crap all over the back of the boat. That being said, this spring, we're going to redo this system. Get this Traveler maybe operational by taking this and moving it here. But I have to patch that up. I have some G10 I'm going to put underneath. That's what happens when you cut G10. Alright, so the thickness of this is 1/4 inch. So we're going to come back because we're going to slope down 20-to-1, which makes it 5 inches. We'll see what we have, 5 inches, if we can do that here. Okay, start marking and grinding. Well, due to the rudder here, the rudder post, I decided to go about 3 inches. It should be fine for what we're doing. We're not going through a hull or anything. So let's see how it works. So we pulled the Traveler off because it wasn't really a Traveler, and didn't really work as a Traveler, and a lot of the newer boats don't have Travelers anyway, so I could always put one on I could always put one on if I want to at a later date, if I want to spend the money, which I don't think I do. We'll see how she sails. So we took this opportunity to do a lot of work on the boat. I can't paint the deck until they actually move my boat to a safer position, safe from the birds, that is. And so that is May 26th, and I'm hoping to get in June 1st, which is probably 2 to 3 weeks later than I wanted to. All right, so this is the moment of truth here. I fixed this place on my aft deck. Let me show you what it looks like. So what I did is I used thickened epoxy and put a piece of G10 underneath this deck. There was no access underneath, so I kind of had to reach underneath and do it. I put G10 because I'm going to mount the main sheet here. And then I use this scrap piece of wood and some tongue depressors to pull pressure up on that G10. And now it's time to take it off and see what it looks like. As I mentioned in the past, I think the boat is missing a topping lift for the jib boom. So I had some extra Dyneema. I bought this very expensive snap, and I spliced an I-ring in. When I get to the boat, I'm going to see if the guys from the Marine Services will bring me up in their lift to attach this to the boom, and we'll cut it to length and create another I-splice for the boom side of it. And I'm hoping to get in June 1st, which is probably 2 to 3 weeks later than I wanted to. This is kind of a source of contention with me, making me think that Raven's Nest might move next year. We'll see. It's a good price, and mostly it's good people. Just I don't really agree with the way they do business on a lot of occasions, so we can get into more of that. But we do have some really good guests coming up this year. I'm really excited about. Hopefully, knock on wood, this works out. I've talked to, well, you know what? We'll leave that as a surprise. But I have at least 3 or 4 guests that are going to be just really killer, and one possible amazing one. So if you want to come sailing with me, give me a shout out. You know, I'm in upstate New York, near Albany, New York, and if you want to come sailing, give me a holler. Let's go sailing. All right, we'll see you later.